Growing up as a young man in a poor neighborhood, I knew I had to think differently from everyone else. I knew I would end up like everybody else if I did what everybody else was doing. I hated anything average so much I suspect I overdid it. I knew I had to do something different to get a different result. John D. Rockefeller said, "If you want to succeed, you should strike out new paths rather than travel the worn paths of accepted success." In other words, to get a different result, be willing to try something new. Don't allow the society to help you. Think about your parents. They love you so much. Because of that, they strive to make life easy for you. In an attempt to make life easy for you, they work to prevent you from making mistakes at all. To do this, some parents influence their children's career choices. Where I come from, parents who have brilliant children always try to make them study professional courses like law or medicine. They believe such children will succeed financially should they pursue those professions. The society also wants to help you out the same way your parents want to. That is why there are paths laid down for you several years before you were born. Go to school, be a good student, and get a good job. Do the job for 35 years, then retire. Even if you hate every day of your working life, it doesn't matter as long as you get good paychecks. Those who escape the trap of doing what they hate for money are not luckier, as they too have to fall into another trap, the trap of what success means to society. To them, success means having all the money in the world, riding the fastest cars in town, and living in the biggest house. You want to raise great kids? Well, that's not considered a success. You want to live a simple life and sacrifice your time for charity? Well, that's not the way society defines success. At the end of the day, society helps you to live like everyone else. That won't make you a successful human. If you want to succeed, you should strike out new paths rather than travel the one path of accepted success. If you want to be successful, you have to be courageous enough to strike out a new path. Start by knowing what you want out of life. Then stay committed to it no matter what the society wants or how it defines success. If you want to succeed, you should strike out on new paths rather than travel the one path of accepted success. Taking the easy way out. Why do you think everyone tries to fit into what their society calls success? The answer is very simple. It's easier to live like everyone else than it is to strike out a new path for yourself. For example, I grew up in a family where almost everyone loves me, but this love fizzled the day I announced I was not going to finish school. The next 5 years were the most difficult years of my life, not only because I was failing in the business world, but also because I was emotionally broken. You see, I was that little man from a poor but loving family. I'm the youngest in a big family. Everyone loved me. Having that love stripped from me was a terrible experience. See, friends, loved ones, and society will ostracize you. You are everyone's friend as long as you play safe. You'll get everyone's smile if you choose to fit in. If you choose to think outside the box, however, you will be left in the cold. Very few would want to lend you a cloth. To avoid this emotional pain, most people take the easy way out. They join the status quo since they cannot win them. You don't want to live your life like that. Instead of trying so hard to fit in, know who you are and what you want out of life. Then, strike out and put your best into what it is that you want to achieve. Trials on the new path. Another big reason why most people refuse to cut new paths for themselves is that the standard set by society is a popular road. Millions of people have traveled that road, so the road is safe. New paths, on the other hand, is like a wilderness. It's clouded with bushes and thorns. Nobody has been there. Going there means you're making a road. Who in the world wants to make a road when you can follow the path of least resistance? Going to the wilderness also means you might be attacked by snakes, scorpions, tigers, or even lions. So many people have been consumed in the wilderness, and you might add to the number. Why take the risk? For instance, my family wanted me to become a great accountant. Becoming a great accountant is very easy. I was the best student in school. It will be quite easy to get 5 or even 10 degrees, bag a PhD, and work for a big company. The road to being a successful accountant is already made, and there are no scorpions on such road. Yet, I decided to become an entrepreneur. How do you become an entrepreneur? What is the best business that can make you $1,000,000? How do you discover opportunities? Nobody knows. It's the wilderness. It's a new path for everyone. You can read 100 books about entrepreneurship, and you should read them as I did. But after reading those books, you'll still have to face your wilderness, because no two entrepreneurs have the same road. Every entrepreneur has to create a new road, and that's where the risk lies. Not only entrepreneurship, anything outside the conventional job is the wilderness. You want to be a successful musician? How do you know people will like your music? You want to be a movie producer? How are you sure the world will accept your stories? The truth is, it's 100 times easier to travel a popular road than to make your own road. But if you want to become successful, you have to summon the courage to make your own road. Follow the path less traveled. Yes, it's risky, tough and difficult, but that is the only way to ever become successful in life. If you want to succeed, you should strike out on new paths rather than travel the one path of accepted success. Strike out a new path. Dream a new dream. Deliver yourself from the trap of society. Go after what your heart desires, even if that means scorpions, snakes, or lions will be on your way. If you want to succeed, you should strike out on new paths rather than travel the one path of accepted success.